Good morning. This is what early looks like, everybody. It's not that early, but it's early enough. I've been up since 4. I'm going to my first kid stop to get her, take her to LA courthouse or mediation. I don't even know, but that's what I got to do this morning. So that's what I'm up to. Plus, I was on chit chat for 2 seconds. Okay, maybe 5. Nobody went batting like crazy yesterday. Thankful. Got my nails done. A little different. What? Looks like granite. Yeah, that's what they call it. One time. This is just the one time. Bakersfield. None of you are friends. You are acquaintances by a certain thing that happened in that city. It just happens to be in California. So a lot of people migrated up to Bakersfield, up to Cal City. You are not friends. You are acquaintances of a situation. You haven't hung out at the bar together. You haven't gone to a movie together. You haven't gone to dinner. Maybe once you've gone to dinner since all of this. But in light of all of it, nobody's a friend. Nobody's a good friend. Nobody's going to be a buddy for life. Nobody's going to be a friend forever. You are there only because you have the same goal in mind. Yes, bring these little boys home, granted. Then there's people that are out of state that think they have a play in all of this. I mean, Kansas isn't exactly close. But she's onto something. So let her be on it. Be jealous of it. Be grawling at the thought that somebody didn't reach out to you and say, yo, what's up? This is what's happening. Wobble at it. Because when somebody's on top of something, threats come, street stupid comes, all the gangstas, all the hood ratting that people do in every city, town, area. There's a lot of hood ratting. Like, there's certain parts of Orange County that I wouldn't hood rat, let alone walk through in the dark, because I'd probably be hurt. And then there's places where hood rat people don't go because they'd be like, what do you do? They'd get questioned 4 times a Sunday. What are you doing here? Why? What's your business? Blah, blah, blah. We all know it. It happens. That's why they call them what they call them. What do they call communities and less likely communities? Like, if you survive in this neighborhood, you've lived a life. Trust me, I've seen it all. I've seen ratting in a prison where, this guy's well known. He's a known rapist. He's a this. He comes in with shank wounds and all kinds of things, and we're having to save his life. Like, wow. Alrighty then. So, if somebody knows something, I'm not going to talk in code. If somebody knows a particular thing about this particular case, and you guys get jealous, your deflection is to say that it's not true. And then when it gets too close, hood ratting, you throw the threats. I think I heard on SB's live, there was 2 threats thrown. 2. One, that caller called in at the very, very beginning. You're not live, are you? You're not saying names, are you? Like, what the fuck does it matter? This is my house. I think that's cowardly. Our whole objective during all of this is everybody wants the same answer. Where are they? What are they? Where have they been? What's happened to them? And why did they leave? And then you go back to why they left, back to the AP parents. Like, for real. Why? Like Rodney King said in 1992, something like that. Can't we all just get along? Yeah, no. And then now, because of all this outrageous shit show, banana fest crap, in all areas of the United States. Good cop, bad 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 cop. Who they shooting? Who they killing? Black, 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 black. Yes. There's more whites than there are blacks. There's less Asians than there are white cops. Like, there's a presence of white cops for a reason. Then they came out with equal rights, hiring equal across the board. That's why you check out white, Mexican, African American, and then Asian or other. So you could be a blend. I'm a mix. I'm Creole. Like what? Then there was equal rights, and then equal hiring. So you have to have a fine balance. You have to have an equal balance of mixed people. Even in the industries, you have to have a mixed. You can't just have all white. I mean, you can an all white business, and without one person being of color, race, or different ethnicity. I can't say that word. So why do y'all think that? Because she said this, that, and the other, and all of you guys have to take it to the next crap level, because none of you will get the same information she got, nor will you ever, because she's trusted and you're not, and you talk in a circle, and you drive around in the dark and let's chat, and then you try to collapse it. Her for real moment in that particular day. I don't know why is it your business? And two, we're all out for the same achievement and goal in this particular case. We can have an opinion about how you don't feel like that's real. You can have an opinion that you don't think so. You can have an opinion that whatever. And or you can continue to do you. Why don't you continue to do you? And then when something happens and that was true, and that a closure is coming, then you'll look like a fool because you said, "Oh, I don't think so. I need facts." Like, fuck off. Obviously, she's in hot water. She's almost at a boil because people have to be the hood, and they have to go, how does she know? Who does she know? Who's she talking to? When somebody entrusts somebody, like I have a friend I could call up at any time. We don't talk every day. We don't talk yearly. We talk, I don't know, every 3 years. Maybe even not even that much. And I could call him up and say, blah, 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 blah. And he'll be like, not to say nothing to nobody? Nope. Cool. Not remembering anything about this conversation. He's that guy. She's that gal. So be jealous of that. Please be jealous of that. You guys are retarded. You guys are jealous. I love jealousy. Jealousy brings out ugly. And when ugly gets ugly, you get laughed about. You get teased over. Nobody cares what you have to say because you're a joke. Go back doing what you do best, which is driving around in circles, chasing late news, because you're not involved in the current news. You have to chase it. People that live out of state, keep coming out here over the phone and through the woods, because you guys are closer than the people that are here because they're infeuding about all of their guidance and their witchcraft and their well, and then you wake up somebody. That was the other thing. Then that person calls in and goes, how dare you? Like, a little warm? Like, if you watched SP's video, did you go, she's doing the whatever, kind of like a 12-year-old would do in a situation, and be like, Yes, Mom. I'm listening, baby. Yes, Mom. We won't do that again. I got stuff, and you don't know what stuff I got, but you bitch is on my phone. That's exactly what she said. That's what she was thinking. I don't give a fuck what you have to say, because she let somebody have it, and some other douchebag calls in and gets her more riled, and she's like, done, goodbye. Like, bravo. Bravo on the movement that you hung up, because none of us wanted to hear his crap. You guys are in the circle of retarded. And then there's people that have gotten people confidence. I mean, you say, speak now, say something, do something. Well, they did. They tried. They have proof of it. Her phone showed it. She showed it on the private. Her phone showed it. You all aren't going to see that, because she can't trust any of you. She ain't going to tell you. She ain't going to make it known to you. But she showed it. And if we screenshotted it and showed it to someone else, she was coming for us. So, things are changing. Things are happening. They're happening right underneath your nose. That I know for sure, because I have an invested, paid person that is invested, obviously, invested, tied into, and one of. So, believe you me, things are happening. They're happening right in front of your face. And you guys have no clue. You guys are dumber than a box of rocks. And some rocks are pretty smart. Some say, I ain't sitting here. I'm going to travel. I'm going to get in the middle of the flow and go. But look at that old Hummer. Nice. I'll stay in my lane. You guys need to get off the playground and get into your adult pants and your adult size shoes and start adulting. Because even though somebody's adulting a little bit higher quality than you, you are all 5-year-olds acting like 5th graders on a blacktop. Like, stop being stupid. Let her say her spiel. You say your donuts, nobody will follow you. Nobody will listen to you. Nobody will give 2 beans of Wyola about you, because you're the one that's trying to take apart, disassemble. And you don't know anything more than anybody else does. I know fact stuff, but I'm going to tell you fact stuff? Nope. Am I going to tell certain bodies that I'll tell? Yep. Will they say stuff? Yep. Will they let it know that it's me? Nope. Do I trust them? Probably with my life. Would I trust any of the 7 of you? Not a chance in hell. I wouldn't trust you to take my car to the dealership and get an oil change. Because I probably, A, never see my car again, and 2, why would I give her an oil change? Like, grow a pair. Grow a pair of big boy pants. Even though you look like a pug, and you act like a pugette, and you're with a pugette and puggies, then maybe your puggin needs to back up and go, why did I do what I do? Why do you think nobody trusts you? Why do people trust you? Let's see. Cops don't. They keep you at bay. They don't involve you. They don't integrate with you. You have to ask from afar. You have to ask from this side of the tape. I got on the other side of the tape. Made a big deal. If you don't act like a dick, you get treated better than that. If you don't act like a pushy person, like calling 78 times to one detective's phone. No, that happened 78 times, Puggy. 78 times to one detective's phone number, trying to get the root on whatever's happening. He ain't calling you back. You're a jerk. get a clue. You ain't nobody. Well, you can say whatever you want on his voicemail. Did he call you? Nope, sure didn't. Did anybody else call you? Did the chief call you? I don't think so. Pretty sure no. You have no idea. The things that I know that I haven't even spoke about. As ridiculous as stuff that has come over and been told to, like spirits and witchcraft and it's hilarious. It's gonna make a really good book, great novel of fiction. Just this part. The other part won't be so funny. It's coming to a conclusion, and none of you are ready for that conclusion. None of you are. All you guys want to do is bicker and bitch to each other, around each other, or it's a waterfall effect. It cracks me up how fast something from this channel goes all the way down here to this channel, and it comes around this channel down here, way down here, in a fully different manner of disassemble, don't listen, it's not true, how does she know if we don't know? Because y'all don't know. That's what I know. Y'all aren't going to be told that. I do know. Y'all don't need to know. You're a public. Read about it in a real paper. Or hear about it on your local news. Hear about it on the online news. But the news, not the fake news, not the I'm really this person, really. You guys blow my mind. You make it for an interesting day. An interesting day. Daily. I'm in this car 8 to 10 hours a day. It's a rarity that I get out of the car. But I listen to all things. I listen to cooking shows. I listen to podcasts. There's more podcast members on this case, not bickering with each other, that have had real guests. You guys have no idea. YouTube ain't all this. Podcasting has actual, live, real people invested in this case. They're not on YouTube. They're in Podcastville. And none of you can afford podcasts. I swear to God, none of you. I listen to podcasts and the equivalents of 8 hours a day. I blow through earpieces just listening and going, huh. I listen to Let's Just Talk on a podcast. Let's Just Talk. And they do. And then there's a news guy on there, an actual news person that does a podcast every day live and talks about all things happening in California. And the topic of the whole 4 months is every day he mentions the boys. None of you know that podcast exists. None of you. None of you talk about him. Nobody listens to him. Yeah, that's a crane, dude. Yep, that's what that is. None of you follow him. He is on point. He is amazing at what he does. He goes out and he blends in with you folk. He's an amazing podcaster. And he is legit. And I've been following him for many, since podcasting came out, 4 years ago? He has amazing podcasts. He'll talk about, like, the presidential bullshit. He talked about every single one of them. He's talking about these boys every single day. But he's on a podcast. A paid podcast. You guys have no clue. No clue. He grabs bits and pieces. He gets information because he's a quality news person. He goes to the bats to get a good podcast. And none of you can find him. And I'm not going to tell you because you'll go over there and try to kill his podcast. He has 1.8 million followers, and 99% of them are in Southern California because he talks Southern California stuff. The fires. He talks different trials that are going on, different businesses, he talks different stuff daily, and he gets a representative from whatever he's talking about on his podcast. He's seriously really good at what he talks about. He's a known newscaster, and he'll talk sports, he'll talk, like today he's already talking about some rapper dying. I don't even know. He talked a little bit about George Floyd, but it didn't pertain to California, so he didn't lean on it too hard. He was grateful that there was a guilty plea. He will be grateful when they sentences him, and he will be more grateful that the other 3 will get impounded with him, and that's what he brought to it. But he is an amazing podcaster, and you know what? He's amazing, and I take a lot from him, and he's a podcast genius. But he's been before. I think he's retired, but he still has claws to things, and so he's had people about Orrin and Orson, or Classic and Sincere, however you want to spin it, people that are behind the scenes on his podcast, and nobody knows it. Nobody. None of you clowns have found him on a podcast. None of you. I listen to podcasts every day. I listen to stories. Let's see, story podcast. It's a good one. Just one girl. She does a podcast and she does a YouTube channel. But her podcast talk a deeper depth of what she does on her YouTube channel. That's what her deeper depth got her in not deep weeds, but she's gonna have to go to trial because she got people in one particular case that she was doing on YouTube quite frequently follow, and now she's been summoned to court. So back to her podcast. So enjoy your rest of your Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Make sure you take apart this video because I'm ready. I'm gonna go do my kids today. All my foster kids going to and from court, to and from mediation, to and from visits. I have 8 of them today. It is Friday, and that's what I do. Bye.